You are enough. I feel like that's a very important subject, especially for this month, considering it's men's mental health awareness. And I mean, I've had a couple of friends men and women, who have struggled with their mental health, and that's sort of what inspired me to begin my journey in this spiritual journey, this mindset journey, because I always felt like there's something that we just never understood. I don't know the statistics, but I know a lot of people do struggle with it. And I know there's a common saying, for men to speak out, to maybe express their feelings, etc. A lot of men don't like doing it. They don't like going to people seeking for help and looking weak, right? Now, I want you to understand that you don't have to look weak in order for you to, feel a little better. You don't really necessarily need to talk to someone. Of course, it will help, but I truly believe if you have God in your life, within you, then there's nothing else you need. Now, with that being said, of course, I have my friends, I have family, I have people around me that I talk to, but bare minimum, my firm foundation is always going to be God. So if you're someone who is struggling with your mental health, you got to seek God. Go to His Word. Study what people say about Him. How can you create a relationship with Him? Because at the end of the day, He's always there with you in the dark times, in your room at night. And so why not utilize Him? Now, I know a lot of men don't, well, not a lot of men, but a lot of people don't believe in God, and they say it's a bunch of things are just like, well, if God is real, why are there so many bad things in this world? And if God is real, then why am my situation that I'm in the way it is? And I want to tell you that the reason why the world is so ugly is because inside you believe you're ugly. You believe that something inside of you is ugly, so you just reflect that out on the world. If you believe this world is helpless, you internally feel like you're helpless. You can't get out of the situation you can't get in. You believe that God doesn't have enough power to do it. You believe you don't have enough power to do it. And it goes on with many, many things. Whatever you project out into the world, saying that the world is disgusting, the world is corrupt, the world is this, that, and this, then you'll just feel that inside 10 times more, but you don't realize it. And that's what ultimately gets you to feel that apathetic way. People feel helpless, and that leads to the unfortunate cause. And so I think step number one in people who are struggling with mental health, this could go for both men and women, is to stop looking outside, saying that caused this, or that is the reason why I'm feeling this way. Instead, you should learn to take accountability, take responsibility for what's been going on. Now, I don't mean this in a mean way, it's your fault that you were born in this situation, circumstance, but instead of looking at what you don't have, you gotta begin to look what you do have. Instead of looking for all the hatred in the world, look for all the love in the world. Look for all the beauty. Look for everything that makes you happy, makes you feel love. Because at the end of the day, that's what God is. God is love. And I think that will help out a lot more. You lean less on to what the world has for you and what God has for you, God's reality. There's nothing much else you need. But yeah, this place I'm at, there's it's pretty beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. I would like to walk around, but we'll see how I feel. But I think the main subject of this thing is that you aren't alone, and there really is the light at the end of the tunnel. And I don't mean that in a way, in a cliche way that keep doing what you gotta do, fight, struggle. I promise you at the end you'll feel okay. No, you really can feel okay without having anything change. Let me get some water. And I think it'll help people out. I think the more and more you get to look within, more and more you get to clean up within, and the less you'll pay attention to the outside world. It'll be more focused on what you have, more focused on what you can control, and just letting go of what you can't. God damn it. Let's see if this can work. I'm not trying to make my phone fall or anything. Fuck. It won't hold up. Alright. Little camera change because my phone keeps falling. Now, of course, you guys could be coming at me saying, well, you don't understand what I'm going through. You don't realize the struggles that I have to go through. You have it easy, etc. And I want you to understand that, there's always someone who has it worse. There's always someone who It is in a worse situation than you are. So what makes a difference for them to feel joy and you can't? Why can they feel joy and you can't? And it really is just a choice. And I know that might trigger you. I know that might be like, well, how am I supposed to be happy if I have bills? I can't afford anything. I can't find anyone. Everyone around me hates me, etc. Understand that you created that first. You created that within you first. You didn't like people around you. You saw the disgusting parts in people. You judged. You assumed. And it all just goes without saying. You gotta just accept that it really was you. Acceptance is the key to truly forgiving yourself and moving on to this lovely life that God has for you. That's one thing too. A lot of people, they struggle with God because they're like, well, I can't commit myself to God because, well, I've done so much sinful things. I've done so much things that I can't be saved. I'm destined to go to hell, they say. I promise you, the most believers have probably sinned the same amount of times, if not more than you have. But the only reason why they still move with that integrity, that courage, that fire within them is because they know God and themselves, the purest intentions to continue getting better, to just accept and forgive and learn. And so those sins get nicked off. They don't continue doing those sins. They don't fall for the same mistakes. And they just learn. They grow. They love. And that's what it's all about with God. You can't continue to, go in like a self-pity, self-drowning, because end of the day, it really is all up to you. So take accountability, accept it. Just accept that, yes, I once was a pity person. And you will get challenged a lot. You will get challenged very, very a lot because, well, you've been programmed to be like this for however long you've been living. So you might become, yeah, I love myself. Yes, I can forgive myself. But then the next day, you go back into hating yourself, pitying yourself, being seen and disgusting in this world. Understand. Continue to let those feelings go. Now, the way you let go of these feelings is, let's say, a feeling of like, man, that person's disgusting, or man, this world is so corrupt, and you feel like that grief or envy or hatred, etc. Let those feelings be there. Let those thoughts be there, and just let them go. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, because the less power you give to those thoughts, the more power you gain. You kind of take that negative charge when you don't give it a reaction. And so any of those negative thoughts that you have that's bringing you down, learn to be okay that they're coming. Understand and accept and love that they're here. Just understand that, hey, they're flowing, they're trying to get out of me. As long as I don't give them any, just be like a gatekeeper, Okay, you're good to go. You're good to go. You're good to go. All those emotions, all those thoughts, all those energy, it's just trying to escape. All that negative energy is trying to escape out of you. If you don't stop it, you're not like, hey, you can't get by, then it won't leave. It's up to you. So learn to let it go. Feel that emotion and release it to God. And now, of course, God really is the only way you can truly elevate yourself and, step into that loving state, because, well, without Him, then there's nothing else that you can, there's no promise. There's no like, hey, I have heaven, I have this, etc. waiting for me. But that really does come to you. Are you going to truly surrender to Him? Are you truly going to live the life He has promised for you? It doesn't have to be all darkness and shallow and shadow and anger, etc. You can live a fulfilling life. You can live a loving life, regardless of what's happened in the past. Because God's already forgiven you. It's just up to you to forgive yourself. Letting go process really is pretty simple, like I showed you. I like that analogy I made. The gatekeeper. You just watch it go by. Okay, you just watch it. Yep, you're good to go. And it's just like that. You don't got to put too much energy into it. You don't got to put too much attention into those negative thoughts. And you just focus your attention on new thoughts. Hey, this world is beautiful. Hey, this world isn't so corrupt. Hey, I love myself. I see the beauty within me. And so it allows me to see the beauty within everyone else, with all the things, with all the living things around us. And there's less conflict. There's less ignorance. There's less resistance. Because you're aligning yourself with what God has for you. So my question to you is, what's stopping you from doing that? Is it because of all the things you see outside of you that's outside of your control that's bothering you? I want you to understand how ridiculous that sounds, because if you can't control it, why are you worried about it? And of course you can have sympathy or etc. for something, for someone, for a situation, but just send it love. Say, hey, we're all one. God is going to take care of them the same way He takes care of us. and let go. There's no point of putting so much energy into something that you really can't control. If you can make an impact, go ahead. But if you can't, continue living your life. Continue seeing the beauty that you can see. And I promise you, the only reason why you see so much corrupt things is because you are so focused on it. You're so focused on the corrupt within. You see that you sinned this time, and you've done this time, and you've thought a dirty thing this time. I didn't mean to say dirty, but you know what I mean. And so you just note those things. You're like, hey, I'm corrupt. So that must mean that everyone around me is corrupt. That must mean that this person is corrupt. That must mean that everything that's happening is corrupt. In which, it's not a terrible thing to say. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying I don't think it helps you within. I think it often brings you down, Hey, look at me talking in front of people. I feel great. But yeah, I hope this message helped. I hope if you have any questions, of course, feel free to hit me up. If you have any, you're fuming right now saying there's no way you can understand how I feel. I've gone through too much. See what you can pick out from this video. If you try the things that I've said, none of this really doesn't work out, then by all means, continue wallowing in despair, which I'm sure obviously 99% of us don't want to do. So turn to God. Let go of those emotions. Let go of those things that are bothering you. Be the person you want to be. Live the life you want to live, because you have that power within. You have the Holy Spirit within. And nothing out there is really going to tell you otherwise. I want you guys to understand something as well, is that nothing external can make you feel anything within. So you must find that emotion, feel that emotion within first. And since God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit is within us, and they are everything and anything around us, then we have it all. But yeah, I hope this video helped. I know it might be a little short, but I'm burning and I need to go get out of here. But yeah, I might make another video about this. If you need more clarification, you can hit me up on Instagram, or just comment down below, hey, can you make another video explaining this, that, and this? And I'll be happy to. I love making videos for you guys because, well, I enjoy what I do. God bless. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you.